Andrea. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Maria.
Maria. Hi.
We are big fans of you at the upcoming, by the way.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome. And we know you released recently 2 movies, The Battle of the Sexes and The Death of Stalin.
Yes.
And we would like to know, how did you prepare these 2 very different characters?
Well, the first one, Marilyn, my character in Battle of the Sexes, who is essentially Billie Jean King's lover at the time of the film, there was very little information about her, which was so strange because I've played a lot of people who existed, and so there's normally, especially when you play a public figure, there's reams and reams of almost too much that you don't want to know, and everybody has an opinion about them. But with Marilyn, she was like chasing a ghost a little, and it was a lot of research in terms of still imagery, hearsay, things it said, not being too intrusive with Billie because it was a very delicate time in her life, and she's watching this very intense love story play out over and over again. About her own life, which I can't even imagine. That was so courageous of her to give us the permission to do that, And so that was Marilyn. And then Svetlana Stalin, it's kind of funny really, because Svetlana is a very, very interesting character. I don't know if you've read the Rosemary Sullivan book. It's such a geek thing to say, but like Rosemary Sullivan's book, Stalin's Daughter, is a wonderful book if you ever get the chance to read it. And she was a really interesting woman, defected to the US through the American embassy in Delhi, and actually died on her own, I think, in a flat in Wisconsin, but was Stalin's daughter, and forever held that name, lived her life with that name. But the film that we're making about these, 15 white heterosexual males fucking up a country, which is depressingly timely, is hilarious. So a very real character and a lot of so much information about her, but then also she had to serve the purposes of the piece, and a lot of what we were doing was Armando's wonderful political satire. It's a dream to be part of, because I love politics, I love comedy. It's like the perfect marriage. We mostly work with, the lead characters are Steve Buscemi, Simon Russell Beale and Jeffrey Tambor. So we were the ones who kind of were in most days. And Michael Palin was in, Paul Whitehouse was in, Paul Shahidi, who's an extraordinary actor, was in. People think I'm Paul Shahidi's agent because I always try and get him in everything that I do now.
And what is next for you? Are you filming something now, or do you have any plans to film any movie?
Yeah, I'm starting something in November. I can't talk about it yet. It hasn't been released. But the news hasn't been released. Sounds ridiculous, that, doesn't it? Like the news of a baby, but it's nowhere near that important. But I would be shooting in Toronto. I will be shooting in Toronto. And I have my own company, and our film is in post-production, so I'm producing that, and I'm promoting the 4 films that I'm in.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.